Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to learn about basic operations on list. List are the sequences. So list supports many of the same operations as a string. So we can check length of a list. We can concatenate two lists, and even we can repeat the elements of a list. So list comprehension are a way to build a new list by applying an expression to each element in a sequence. So let's see this example on interpreter. So let's create a list L1 is equal to x multiplied by 2 for x in Python. So if we print L1, we will get this. So here each letter of the Python we are multiplying by 2. Multiplying by 2 means we are repeating. So we are getting this P, P, Y, Y, T, T, H, H, O, O, N, N. So we can take another example. We have L1 is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we want a list with the square of each element of L1. So we can say L2 is equal to x multiplied by x for x in L1. So if we print L2, we will get the square of each element of L1. So because lists are sequences, indexing and slicing works the same way for the list as they do in the string. So result of the indexing a list is the type of object lifts of the offset you specify. For example, if we have a list 1 with the element 1 high and a tuple 1, 2. So if we get list 1, 2, we will get 1, 2. Let's see this onto the interpreter. So here if we have list 1 as 1 high and tuple 1 and 2. So for example, if we do type list 1 and wanted to see the third element, what is the type, it will return tuple. So we can see here in one list we can have different type of element, like first element is numeric, second is a string, and third is a tuple. Okay, so if you print the third element, you will get the tuple 1 and 2. Similarly, we can also slice. So for example, if we slice the list 1 with starting from the element 1 to the end list 1, so we will get high. And so one thing to note here, every time we slice a list, we will get a new list. We can nest list and other type of object within the list. So to access the element of the other list or objects, we need to string together index operation. For example, if we have a list 1 with a tuple 1 and 2. So to access this element, we need to string the indexes. So for example, this is at index 0 and we wanted to access first. So we have to give this. So we will get 1. You may heard about the matrix. So in the Python, one of the simplest way to represent a matrix or multi-dimensional arrays is as list within a nested sublist. So for example, to create a 3 by 3 two-dimensional matrix, we can use matrix is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So with one index we get an entire row. If we give matrix 0, we will get the entire row of the matrix. So it will return us 1, 2 and 3. So with the 2 index we can get an item within the row. So if we wanted to get the first item, we need to give matrix 0 and 0. So we will get this first element. So similarly, if you want to get the first element of the second row, we have to give matrix 1. It will give us this row, and then for the first element we will get 0. So we will get 4. So lists are mutable. So they support operation that changes a list object in place. What it means, for example, if we have created a list 1 with 1, 2 and 3, and if we assign list 0 is equal to 4, list 1 at the index 0, if we assign 4, and we will check list 1, we will get 4, 2 and 3. It means we are modifying the list by replacing its first element. So changing list in place means the operation will modify the list object directly by overwriting its former value without requiring you to make a new list. So as we know, Python deals with only object references. So if you change an object in place, you might impact more than one reference to it at the same time. Let's see this in the interpreter. So here we have L1 is equal to 1, 2 and 3. If we do a index assignment, so for example we are assigning 4 at index 0 and we print L1, we will get 4, 2 and 3. If we do a slice assignment, means if you are doing L1 0 to 2 is equal to 7 and 8. So it means if we print L1, we will get 7, 8 and 3. So what we are doing here, we are doing the slice assignment. So the slice assignment is replacing the entire section of the list in one single step. When we are doing the slicing, we are extracting these two values from the list and we are replacing with these two values. So if we dig deep to this assignment, it perhaps best thought of as combination of two steps. First, deletion. In deletion, the slice you specify at the left is deleted. Second, insertion. So in insertion, the new item contained in the iterable object to the right of the equal to, it means this one is an iterable object and is inserted into the list, the place where the old slice was deleted. Means when we give this one, so in the first step it's deleting these two items, and in the second step it inserting two items at the place from where we have deleted. This isn't what really happened, but it can help you to clarify why the number of item inserted doesn't have to match the number of item deleted. So L1, if you want to give 0 slice 1, so we are taking only one element and we are putting here 1, 2, 3. So if we print L1, we will get 1, 2, 3, 8 and 3. So it doesn't mean you have to give the element same what you are taking from the L1. You can give any number of list element. Even if you specify L1 0 to 2 and you give only one element, if you specify only one element, it will take that one. So what it will do, it will delete the first one, and so it doesn't require you to specify the same number of element what you are slicing off. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.